Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Leonard Fournette.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Room to run inside the 40. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Come back!
Now a first down throw. Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Down! Green the line!
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Gets around him to the right side to Eric Ebron. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Ebron caught left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Green the line. Green the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Richmond, Richmond. Richmond, Richmond.
On first down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Come back.
Watson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come back. Hey, blue 80. Blue 80.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come back, come back.
Watson to throw on second down. He's letting this one, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, and the Texans will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. An update now from Oakland. It's the Raiders with the early lead over the Broncos. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now they're in the 2nd quarter now in Oakland. It's the Raiders with the early lead over the Broncos. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
To throw is Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Reset.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Flushed out right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans add on. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Check 41. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly close.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 30, past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gun! 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 All right, here we go. 319! 319!
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him.
And partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans add on. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Richmond.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Richmond. Blue 80.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
3-19. 3-19. Gun.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Here's Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Freeman again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Black 22! Black 22!
Here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They give them a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Shark's got it left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the pitch to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 53 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And